My name is Yusuf and I am 20 years old and I study at the University of Hong Kong. I am both a Hong Konger and a South Indian because I think these are two of my most important identities. My family came to Hong Kong, I think, through my grandfather. He came in the 70s and he worked as a journalist in Hong Kong for the Star Company. And I think this was also during the time when Hong Kong needed more workers, and this was during the industrial boom, so he came in the 70s. And then I was born, and my sister was born here. So yeah, I think we're both like first generation Hong Kongers. When I consider like if I'm like a Hong Kong or an Indian, I think it definitely is like a dilemma. Like I'm always like either one or the other sometimes to the people, but I really think that I'm both at the same time, which is why every time I go back to India, it's like it's a very confusing thing because when I go back, I kind of miss Hong Kong, but then when I'm in Hong Kong, I also miss India because it's two different worlds, and I think once you have to choose one or the other, it doesn't work that way. In terms of friends, most of my friends, I wouldn't say that it's like only Chinese or only ethnic minorities. I think I have friends from all over the world. It's very international because the school I also went to for secondary was an international school. So most of the people there were like from many different countries, not just ethnic minority countries or like Hong Kong. I actually really like HKU because I feel like I get to explore beyond certain boundaries. For example, in secondary school, even though I really liked my secondary school, it was very limiting in terms of the people there, in terms of the education system, because I think the education system is very limiting because I did Hong Kong DSE, and because since I don't know Cantonese, I had to do the French curriculum, which was easier for me. But at the same time, I think the Hong Kong curriculum doesn't prepare you for Chinese. For example, in kindergarten, I remember because I didn't speak Cantonese, they would reject me from kindergarten schools, so I would always have to go to English schools. And even in English schools, they don't teach Cantonese fluently, it's very basic level Cantonese. So all my Cantonese that I know is like very, very basic. And because of that, I don't end up learning like complex language or like interaction-based language. And you know, I think these are the languages that's actually very important in society, but since we don't have that here and since it's not being taught properly, it's very limiting. But I think it's a very common phenomenon for ethnic minorities who go to English-based schools or EMI schools. You can propose your own research questions, you can, you know, there's so much you can do here. I think the opportunities are endless in terms of research, in terms of internship, in terms of, you know, just a lot of things. And I think it's just beyond academics, right? It's more than just studying all day. A lot of my art is based on what inspires me. So for example, this artwork is actually Rose from Titanic. I don't know if you could tell. Yeah. And then this one is actually like, I think a famous artist did this paint. It's something referring to Satan, but like the fallen angel painting. And then this, I think this is done with watercolor, and this is Cleopatra, the Egyptian queen. And then this is another one. It's another recreation piece. Yeah, it's another famous recreation that I've done. English, Link Center, Instagram, bubble tea, McDonald's. I will stay in Hong Kong depending on the circumstances, but if I have the opportunity to go abroad, then of course I will take that opportunity, especially if it's for research or educational purposes. Yeah, because I don't think that limiting yourself to one country or like one place is good for you. I think you should always keep traveling, keep like learning new things from other people, you know, so that it broadens your own perspectives, your own, you know, your own scope of living.